I've been acting different, yeah. Funny how I finally flipped the script on you. When you don't want to double dipping, yeah. I used to stop it, how I caught you slipping, yeah. You're off the leads, run me my keys. No more popping up the yeah. I ain't even got the miles to trip on, yeah. New phone, OMB, brand new, like the whip, rock it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Sweet Gemini. This masculine face bitch with a motherfucking mustache. Ho, you got me fucked up, bitch. I said what I said, bitch. You faked your death. Point blank the fuck period. And like I said, I want you to understand, bitch. I'm looking for your motherfucking identity. I ain't checked my motherfucking email yet, bitch. But when I check it, you got enough motherfucking enemies, bitch. When I get your identity, bitch, I'm gonna let the nigga that you claiming you running from have your current address, bitch. I'ma track you down like the rabid dog you are, bitch, and I'ma put you down, ho. Fuck your niece, bitch. Fuck your niece. What's the bitch grave plot? I'll go piss on that whole grave, bitch. You got me fucked up, ho. This ain't gonna be a long string. That's the bitch that's on ZX panel talking spicy. Is your name Carmen or not? That's the bitch in the red that's on ZX panel talking shit right now. You getting popped, bitch. I said you've been on YouTube for fucking years doing the same fucking thing. And I'm going to prove that it's you. You know the fucking reason why you don't get along with Katie, Candy, and Lady Live, bitch? Because you had people thinking that Lady Live drove you to commit suicide. Because that's what the fuck you had your child lie and say happened. That you killed yourself. That's why you, Candy, and Lady Live don't get along, bitch. You ain't coming back around here playing the motherfuckers' faces, rewriting history, ho. You got me fucked up, bitch. This pussy still that on the motherfucking screen in the motherfucking red. Bitch, ain't shit been photoshopped. That's Sweet Gemini in the fucking baseball cap with the mustache. Period. This pussy want to still get up here and lie and talk that big bank, take little bank shit. Bitch, until you can pay your bills, don't say a motherfucking thing to me, bitch. Take this to the district attorney and let them know that I found all of this on their fucking website, bitch. There's your record for the time your ass got locked up when you got caught sucking dick in a parking lot, right? When I come back live later on, I'm going to have the federal lawsuit you filed against the Philadelphia police when you got caught sucking dick in a fucking car. I don't give a fuck who you give your footage to, bitch. Okay? Tell me how you were able to maintain a motherfucking job. Listen, didn't he just get up there and say for 13 years? For 13 years. Oh, he's going to get popped. He just said for 13 years he worked in civil service. And you know I have the rest of your criminal record. How did you have a job working for social service for 13 years with a conviction for disorderly conduct against a Philadelphia police officer? How? How? But what you have is these motherfuckers that get up here and talk about other people. He has an excuse, y'all. He survived COVID. Okay, well, if you survived COVID, you're going to have to fucking explain why the fuck you weren't paying your bills before COVID began. That's what you'll have to explain. Mr. 100K a motherfucking year that wasn't paying none of your motherfucking bills, bitch. And when I go through my computer, I'm going to pull up the receipts for the gas company to show your gas was shut the fuck off for non-payment and fucking met. So you ain't the fucking pressing me, bitch. You the dusty nigga that got your priorities fucked up. And no, I don't have to be a lawyer. I don't have to be a doctor to pop your ass with a fucking simple fucking Google search, bitch. I ain't got to be a motherfucking doctor. I ain't got to be a lawyer. You popped right there while you're talking about people's criminal history. Suge has the records of your ass being arrested for fucking domestic violence, and you were found guilty. Not case dismissed, not charges dropped for lack of evidence. You were found fucking guilty. And this is more of a fucking impromptu type of motherfucking video. I ain't have time to prep, but I'm going to go dig up the archives, bitch. You want to come back and rewrite history? I don't give a fuck who you take the footage to. Take the footage and stick it up your motherfucking ass, bitch. I don't give a shit, ho. Tell us how you had a 13-year career, right? Tell us how. And see, listen, I want y'all to pay attention to those dates, y'all. Okay? Do you see the guilty plea? This is in 2002. Pay attention to those dates. Okay, Elton Vine. Pay attention to those dates. Because it's going to match up. Hey, Angel. Hey, Angie. It's going to match up with the dates on the federal case that he filed against the Philadelphia police when he got caught sucking dick in a car. It's also going to show he lied and said the police stole $800 from him. Well, that might have been the cost of the services performed. But when you were asked to produce evidence that you had $800, that you had been to an ATM to withdraw $800, you could not do it. That's in part the reason why you lost the case. Because you lost that aspect of the case because there was no $800. You got caught sucking dick before you had a chance to collect your fee, period. Okay? So when exactly did you work in human services? Because, see, you got a criminal history dating back further than this. Your criminal history dates back further than this. The other interesting thing is, why is it that your business is listed as your mother's address? Before your mother's address, before you finessed that senior citizen, Miss Hazel, out of her fucking home before she died, you purchased both of those homes for about $12,000. The house, you stalked the woman and you befriended her with the specific intent of getting a steal on her houses as she was in her last days. That's why you allowed her to stay in one of the properties. You took out a loan to fix the house up And you defaulted on that like you do on every fucking thing because you're more fixated on name brand shit to make it look like you're something when you're not. You got the contracts? Show them. Show them. Because anybody that does the research on community career builders, all you have to do is type it into the Google search engine, community career builders. And if they're as good at doing research as I am, they'll find that you got up here and you lied and you said that you were an instructor, that you taught underprivileged people how to drive big rigs. You have an excuse for COVID. Okay, we'll give you that. What about the years before that? What about the years of you neglecting to pay your water bill for 2 years at both properties? So much so, the city of Philadelphia put liens on the properties, just like they did when you defaulted on the mortgage. See, no, up until the time that you swindled that old woman out of her house, you were using your mother's address. As a matter of fact, you use your mother's address to get $5,000 worth of fucking shit from fucking Home Depot, and you never paid it back. That's how I knew that that was your business address, because you took out a business line of credit and didn't fucking repay it. Okay? We're not going to get up here and motherfucking rewrite history and paint false narratives and all of that type of bullshit. That's just not what the fuck we going to do. Okay, y'all, let me save this file for a second. I'm not going to be up here too long, y'all. But keep in mind, and here is the site that came from. Don't let them tell you, oh, that came from, no, it didn't come from a third. It came from Philadelphia Court County Records. That's where it came from. It didn't come from any fucking third party fucking search organization. It came from the Philadelphia Court of Common Pleas, period. That's where it came from. Okay? All of that shit, Sweet Gemini talking about somebody looking up. Listen, all of the shit, me, Jazzy, our families, our histories, all of that shit has already been put out here. Okay? Both my husbands were doxxed. My first husband and my current husband, as well as the father of my children. Okay? That's where the information came from. Don't let a motherfucker lie to you and tell you. Matter of fact, I'll drop the link for the fucking website so you can search the shit for your fucking self. Dates are important because, of course, you can have two people with the same name, but those dates match up with the case that he filed against the Philadelphia police, period. Okay? So don't let him tell you, oh, that's him. Okay? The one that's up here talking about the fucking criminals. Okay? And as you can see, his name is not Devon Cannon. His name is Devin Cannon. And the date of this is July the 3rd of 2003. 2002. And he was found guilty. Okay? I dropped the link. You can look the shit up for yourself. Motherfuckers love to talk about, no, these are not no doctored motherfucking receipts. Do you see the county seal there? Do you see the county seal there? Do you see the address there? Prior to him swindling a senior citizen that was dying out of her fucking home, that he treated like fucking shit, that he went to his Facebook group that none of you all on YouTube are the fuck privy to, and talked about this woman like a fucking dog. The only reason why he started posting pictures of this woman with him taking her out for Chinese food and shit It's because people on Facebook were basically calling him out on the way he was speaking about the woman. He basically wanted her to hurry up and die. Her being allowed to stay in one of the properties was a part of the agreement for him to purchase the houses. He didn't keep her there out of the kindness of her fucking heart, out of the kindness of his heart, rather. So you want us to believe this is the result of COVID, right? Okay. It's an isolated incident. Well, when did you take out the line of credit? And here it is. It's a judgment for default. This is actually a utility bill. Now, of course, it could be, of course, the case, it could happen where a person could fall, you know, to some delinquency because of COVID. We get the gist of that. But motherfucker, you weren't paying your bills before COVID. So at what point did the $100,000 come into play? And we know how much you paid for the house because I put that receipt out, and I'll put it out again when I come back. The price that you claim you paid for the house. And of course, the house is more in value because before the woman died, you got her to take out a second mortgage so that you could fix up the house that you get up here and you're so braggadocious about. Prior to that, any place you've ever lived was a fucking dump. That was the equivalent. I'll show all of your fucking previous addresses. At what point were you living in apartments that only have 1 bedrooms? Were you raising your fucking daughter? You said you were a single father, right? Well, why is it that at your previous addresses you only had 1 bedroom? Did your daughter sleep in the bed with you? Where did your daughter sleep in those 1-bedroom apartments? And I know that for a certainty because I matched that up with your traffic tickets that you had in Virginia. Richmond, Virginia, to be exact. Right? Where was your daughter sleeping? In a 1-bedroom apartment. See, they bank on people not thinking. They bank on people not using critical thinking skills. They want to get up here and tell you what they want you to believe, but they don't have receipts to show any fucking thing. Every address this man had, up until the time he began to use his mother's address. And let's consider that for a second. Okay? Your mother's address. While he's up here, he was just over there. If Section 8, what does your mother live in? If you're calling women Section 8 bitches, what is your mother? See that address there, y'all? I want y'all to see the hypocrisy of the people that think that they have the right to get up here and critique other people. We get the gist that a lot of us are not rich. We get the gist that COVID affected everybody's finances. It's not about poverty shaming. It's about people that are not in a position to get up here to critique a fucking soul. But nonetheless, day in and day out, they make their content critiquing somebody else's fucking personal life that has nothing to do with what they do on YouTube. And they think they have the right to do it and then dictate the terms and conditions as to how you respond to what they're doing. Okay? Here's the whole thing. He's made $100,000, right? Okay? Again, you have unpaid bills. Okay? At what point does your $100,000 come in, sir? At what point do you start making $100,000? All right? And this is just so you guys get a chance to see the actual, this is a judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,400. Okay? This is basically for unpaid water bills. All right? At what point do you start paying your bills, sir? Okay? I can't blow it up anymore, y'all. It's just up, it's up as high as it'll go. Okay? As a matter of fact, that site I gave you all, matter of fact, I'll drop the link to that, and you can look at that up for yourself. Okay? That's the link. So this is not some doctored up shit. You up here critiquing, calling motherfuckers broke and calling motherfuckers bums, but you can't seem to pay your bills. Now, you were talking about, you mentioned something about the Section 8 bitches. Okay, well, what is your mother? Because this is an address for Philadelphia Public Housing. If you type this address in, okay, as a matter of fact, I'll do that while we're on live. Okay, I'll copy that. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure. Okay, I'll copy that, and we can type that address in while he's up here talking about Section 8 bitches. Now, this is the address that Mr. Cannon has listed as his business. And mind you, this is public information. Okay? Now, I'm going to share this screen with you because I want y'all to see this. Okay? This is when he finessed. You see that amount there? $4,715.83. There was a hearing scheduled for March the 30th of 2020. Okay? So clearly, y'all, we know when COVID began. In order for you to be getting court dates, that meant that this debt preceded COVID. It means that they had made several attempts, and you know I actually have the official documents. This is just a summary. You know I have the physical documents that an attorney for Home Depot filed, as well as the service attempts that were made, right? Why are you using your mother's address to take out a line of business credit? Because that's the address that you used when you applied for your business license. And I said what the fuck I said. You have a LLC? Prove it. Do you not know that that's verifiable, sir? Here's the other thing. To get a business license in the city of Philadelphia, basically all you need is $250. You go down there to the building where you pay the water at 17th, 16th, and 17th in JFK. Okay, you apply for the business license. It comes to you. All of the street vendors in Philadelphia, we have a lot of street vendors on 52nd and Market, Broad and Erie, Germantown and Erie, right? All over the city, they have vendors, street vendors. They have them on 60th and Market at one time before they started doing reconstruction. Okay, that's basically what you had. That allows them to get an EIN number. You're not special. And I don't have to have a law degree or be a doctor to use common sense or to do a simple Google search. So you're not going to be allowed to sit your funky ass over there and spin a bunch of motherfucking narratives and talk about bitches being in the motherfucking projects when your mother live in the motherfucking projects. Your mother is a Section 8 motherfucking bitch. Joyce Cannon is a Section 8 bitch. Get into it. That's ZX's mama's motherfucking address, where he's being sued for finessing all that furniture and shit y'all see in his motherfucking house. Yeah, that's how the nigga was getting it. Scamming. Do you think they didn't make an attempt to collect that money? Why do you think why would you think that they would be collecting a debt at his mother's address? And for the purpose of clarity, now let's confirm where that address is. Okay? Because see, you're going to play fuck around. I'm not going to play motherfucking games with you, bitch. Period. And you're going to get popped every fucking time you try it, bitch. Okay? Now, you want to tell folk, this is the address that was on that paperwork. You want to tell folks your mama don't live in the motherfucking projects? That's Richard Allen fucking projects where the fuck I was born and raised at, bitch. That I still have family there. My first husband still has family there that have been there for generations. You want to tell me that your mother is not a Section 8 bitch living off of food stamps? While you're up here critiquing and talking shit about bums. Well, what the fuck is your mama? What's your mama? That's the motherfucking address listed to your mama. That's your mama's motherfucking address that matches up with that motherfucking number. Right? That matches up with that motherfucking debt they were trying to collect. Are we supposed to believe that's a fucking coincidence? Do you think that any native Philadelphian doesn't know where the fuck that is? You can finesse that shit with these people that don't know Philly. You pop, bitch. But these are the type of motherfuckers that believe they can get up here and critique somebody else's motherfucking finances or somebody else's financial struggles. And this is the reason why I want y'all to understand the way he talks now is the way he was talking when he had a contract with an individual to help that demographic of people. That's the fucking reason why he lost his contract. For a fact, the Philadelphia Housing Authority has a clause that does not permit their employees to do what the fuck he's doing online. They can lose their job for that. To speak disparagingly of people that fall 30% below the poverty income line. They will lose their jobs for that. There's a clause that, yes, you are responsible for your fucking moral conduct because you are a representation. It's not like you're up here and no, you're not telling people where you work at. You're up here being quite braggadocious all over your fake, phony Facebook page, right? You're posting these props. When you peek behind the curtain, ain't that right, the whiz? When you peek behind the curtain, go look up that AAA trucking school. Go look up the reviews for the people that actually went to the school. It was a jackleg fucking school to begin with. He's mad because he got popped because Italian Biker is actually a truck driver. And there were things that he said as he was taking money from people under a false pretense that were not consistent with somebody who had over 20 years of big rig trucking experience. And his ass was exposed. He was popped then. Okay? Tell motherfuckers this ain't Richard Allen Projects. And here's the other thing, y'all. I'm going to scroll. I want y'all to see this now, right? I'm on Google. What's the first fucking hit when you type that address in? His fucking business name. What's the first hit on Google? That's not even using his name. That's using the address that's on a debt collector's notice in his name that was sent to his mama's house. He doesn't live there. Why is he using that address? The first fucking hit on Google is the name of this business he wants y'all to believe is so fucking elaborate. Go do the research on AAA trucking school and read the reviews for yourself. I don't know who the fuck you think you playing with, old man, but you got me and life all fucked up. And if you think you've seen the ruthless side of me, I promise you, you haven't seen the half of it. I will ride off on your motherfucking ass every fucking day. Every day. I choose who I give my attention to. I choose who I address. You don't get to dictate that for me. Stop making it seem like somebody is doing anything to get the validation of Babe Nation. Babe Nation is, we're allies of Babe Nation. We don't have any beef with Babe Nation. There are a lot of content creators in the beef sector that we don't have an issue with. Okay? So yes, we do consider them allies because we don't have any issue with them. And we don't have anything to do with what they have going on over there. That's my position. Okay? Gemini, what you are, bitch, is the help. I don't address the help, bitch. Okay? He doesn't hold the rank. Nor does he have the respect to command for me to hit a fucking link. And I actually fucking hit it. Okay? You want some fucking body to come hit his fucking link. To do what for his channel? No, that's what stupid bitches like you do. Okay? And so that this bitch does not get up here and lie. And say, hold on, let me finish this shit with Johnny right here. Again, y'all, I just want y'all to know that at the end of the day, I'll show you again what those houses used to look like in that vicinity, okay? Before they remodeled, before they revamped. Do you see that? So while he's up here putting something out there for the bums, well, make sure you leave a crumb or two for your mother. That bitch that's half dead because cancer done ate the bitch up. Cancer done ate the majority of the bitch up. So when I get to gnawing on her motherfucking ass, it ain't gonna be much motherfucking left. And if you're looking for somebody to give a fuck, I'm sorry, I'm not that. Okay? Period. Okay? Real simple. Real simple. On September the 11th, bitch, fuck you and your sob stories. Bitch, that's the same story you told about when you rose Lazarus. The cyber Lazarus. That's the same motherfucking story that you told, bitch, when you got up here after you had faked your motherfucking death and had motherfuckers thinking that you committed suicide. And then you got over there. Nobody dug in your motherfucking business, you stupid bitch. Did you forget I was over there on ZX's panel when you got the fuck up there with your drunken motherfucking ass and told your fucking story? About running from the fucking nigga when you said you weren't going to be on YouTube like that because you were still being stalked? Bitch, I don't give a fuck if he kill you, ho. If I find your address, I'm going to send it to him. Okay? Put that in ZX motherfucking Cash App and make his dice roll, bitch. I see you bitches for what you are. Fucking enemies. Okay? Again, this nigga finessed Home Depot. And like I said, when I come back live later on, I'll show the actual receipt, the actual physical records of them attempting to collect this motherfucking money from his motherfucking ass. Okay? While he's up here talking that big bank take little shit, judgment for plaintiff by default. Now, we can say, well, maybe he didn't get service. Here's the fucking affidavit of motherfucking service on February the 10th of 2020. Your ass was served. What excuse you gonna use? Your mama don't live there no more. Well, the bitch just answered the goddamn phone at the motherfucking landline. So the bitch still lives there. That's not a cell phone, that's a landline number. She didn't get the notice? Because if she don't answer the door, they'll tape the shit to your door to let you know you got caught. You think you're going to get your old motherfucking ass? Listen, let me tell you something, bitch. The difference between me and you is, yes, I'm an old bitch. I'm an old motherfucking evil bitch. And I ain't out here pretending, nigga. I'm not out here trying to be running around with motherfuckers half my motherfucking age, acting like I can keep up with them. That's the difference, bitch. And I'm not 49, I'm 48, bitch. I'll be 49 in October. I told you, do I have to teach you everything, including how to dox, bitch? Yes, I'm an old bitch. I'm going to die an old evil bitch. As a matter of fact, I believe being an evil bitch. Listen, it's always your good auntie that dies. It's always the good grandmama, the sweet grandmama that dies. Evil bitches don't never die. Okay? Period. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about, bitch. Period. Look, CO2 Snagglepuss. Mr. Magoo, why don't you try to get a better, why don't you use some of those donations to get you a better denture grip? Because we can tell that you're talking without your teeth in your mouth. See better too. I'm 55. I'm 55, but Cookie's 55 too, y'all. Slobbing the whole motherfucking time. Slobbing the whole time. And we can tell you don't have your teeth in your mouth. So tell me something, and it just piqued my curiosity. How the fuck how are you eating cheesesteaks without your teeth? How are you eating cheese? Did y'all ever think about that? He's talking about he got sick because he ate a cheesesteak. Well, how did you eat a cheesesteak without any teeth? Do you just have back teeth? I have to do some more research because I want to know whether or not you actually have teeth. I want to know how the fuck you eat a goddamn Philadelphia cheesesteak without any teeth in your motherfucking mouth. How do you get through the bread? Maybe you got food poisoning because you had to wait for the bread to get soggy before you could eat it. I don't know. Or maybe you had some of those retarded bitches in your chat chew the cheesesteak up for you and feed it to you. I don't fucking know. Don't give a shit either, you old bitch. Period. Mm-hmm. So here's the other interesting thing. Now, would that just be one instance of not paying your fucking bills? Well, see, here's the thing. You just said a few minutes ago that I have an excuse. I have an excuse. Black women, the same black women, I want to hold to a higher standard. I have standards. You bums. Jazzy, look at my glasses. Look at my glasses, Jazzy. Look at my glasses. Okay, so we give you the pass for the COVID. Do you see the dates of when those debts, you started to incur those debts? You basically, once you swindled that senior citizen that was dying out of her home, basically you began to default on the payments because you scammed in order to get the motherfucking money to purchase the houses in the first place. And again, a part of the agreement was that she was allowed to live in one of the houses until she passed away. I'm not buying your cock and bull story that the woman didn't have any fucking family, because we know that for a fact because I went and found her family. So that's bullshit. What you do is act in the capacity as the abuser that you are. And the same way you love bomb people when they first come to your channel, that's exactly what you did with that old fucking woman. And she was unaware of your fucking ill intents. Goddess Effect is somebody that knew you from Facebook. The reason why she stopped fucking with you, no, you did not. Listen, there's no way. Here's the fucking thing, and this is my position on it. Don't tell me you rolled with somebody for 8 fucking years and they were a scammer. because that's going to make me give you the fucking side eye. Okay? She knows a lot, including how you got the money to buy the house, because she was actually in that Facebook group that you still have two dudes from Philadelphia running. Why don't you have almost 5,000 people in that group. Why don't you take the people from YouTube over to your Facebook group? Why did you private your Facebook group? Why do you have the policy? It's interesting. Here's the other thing. It was interesting that he disclosed that Black Butterfly is not Black. But nonetheless, she goes around and she has nothing but disparaging things to say. For the record, Jazzy, the Black Butterfly is not Black. So here's the interesting thing. You don't allow non-Black people to be in that group on Facebook. And before you accept anybody into the group, you do the research to make sure they don't have any affiliations with Caucasian people. Because see, you want to be able to prey on people in peace, right? So he revealed. So basically, you're doxing your own supporters, because I didn't know she wasn't Black. ZX just disclosed that. So it's interesting that she doesn't show her face, but nonetheless, she goes around from chat to chat and does a bunch of messy shit and does nothing but attack Black women about their looks, about their mannerisms. And you just revealed this is not even a fucking Black woman. So don't blame me for doxing your subs. You're doxing your own subs. Hey, Chocolate. I've never heard her before, Moody. Okay. Well, see, we're not surprised by you. And like I said, I don't have any problem with Caucasian women, but we're not surprised about you, about the ass kissing, because we watch you kiss Mel's ass, right? The white woman, right? The one that looks like Herman Monster with sandy brown hair. Yeah. Her, the one that gets up here and pretends that she can't speak. And anytime she's called to task, she can't speak English. That I guess her and Nicole Diaz have that same sickness, that whenever they're called out on something, they no longer can speak English, or there's some sort of English barrier. Nonetheless, I watch them in chats all the time, communicating very fluently. It's only when you ask them a question that they don't want to answer. Like DT said, you can't, you can't speak English that good. And I see all the goddamn simping going on for Nicole Diaz. That's why I wish all you goddamn non-Black women worshiping motherfuckers would just get the fuck on out of our faces and stop playing in our motherfucking faces. Anytime you think there's an opportunity for you to get some non-Black pussy, you want to put your fucking cape on. But nonetheless, you watch Black women being attacked every fucking day, and you say nothing like the fucking cowards that you are. And this is the reason why I don't have a lot of respect. And make no mistake about it, it's for that reason that I would think nothing, overstand that, about doing you real dirty. I'm sorry, I don't care about your fucking struggle stories. You give no empathy, you show no empathy and no compassion, so who the fuck do you think you are that you're entitled to any? The fact of the matter is you're not. Okay? I'm going to look into that, Brooklyn. Again, Jazzy, can you put my email? Can somebody put my email address in the chat, please? Okay. Again, these are dated all the way the fuck back. dated all the way the fuck back to when? Hold on. Dated all the way the fuck back to, he doesn't have any fucking excuse for why the fuck he didn't pay his motherfucking bills. He's using COVID. I had an excuse. I had a reason. Yeah, you always did. Well, technically, if you were making $100,000 a motherfucking year, no, actually, you don't have a fucking reason. Now, as I said, okay, these are, Mr. Cannon, these are your water bills. But you can afford to buy name brand shit. You can afford to get up here and brag about a motorcycle, but apparently you can brag about all these demographics, and you don't know how to do this and you don't know how to do that for your YouTube channel. So you can pay somebody to do it, but apparently you can pay everything but your fucking bills. But you're calling us bums and you're poverty shaming other people for their struggles when your mother is a bitch that lives in government housing. Why didn't you give one of the other houses to your mother? Again, I'm still waiting for where your daughter was living, because you already know I have your other addresses and I've matched that up with your parking tickets. So I know fucking well you weren't living like a motherfucker that was making 100 bands a year. Miss me with the bullshit. And again, in a 1-bedroom apartment, where was your daughter sleeping? In the bed with you? If she wasn't, prove it. Because you told us you were a single father. And where exactly were you a social worker? Again, I'm still waiting for you to put the lie out there. You see, you already put the lie out there in part, but I'm waiting for you to continue to lie about it so I can pop you and show that it's highly improbable. It's not likely that you've ever been a case manager, because you do, in fact, have a criminal record. And because you have to actually pass a federal background with a fingerprint when you work in social services, even if you passed a state background check, you would not pass the federal background check. And because your crimes were crimes against a person, there's no fucking way you would have been some fucking social worker. Prove it. Show your degrees. Like you asked to show everybody else to prove everything else. Now drop the fucking link for motherfuckers, for the remedial motherfuckers in the clouds that believe that somebody is manufacturing, thank you, 6 figures, motherfucking evidence on this fuck nigga. What you going to do is stop playing with me, because until you do, I'm going to continue to air your motherfucking ass the fuck out, bitch. Period. And you're fortunate I didn't have an opportunity to actually check into, and here goes some more bills for y'all. Okay? Because you told us that COVID is the reason why you ain't paid your motherfucking bills. Is that right? Is that right? Are these not all bill, or are these all not the times that you've been sued for non-payment of fucking bills? Oh, and I'm sorry. Let me drop the fucking link for the retarded motherfuckers in the clouds. Nobody has to nobody has to doctor anything up on him. Okay? And no, that's not from a third party. So if you want to show that to the district attorney, feel free to fucking do it and let them know it came from off of their website. Make sure you tell the Philadelphia police that this came from public records in the city of Philadelphia. So, okay, you have the excuse for COVID, which I don't buy, right? Can you tell us why you're in debt in April of 2021? Because see, one of these debts is actually the mortgage foreclosure. Is it not, Mr. Cannon? And you're calling us bums? You're talking about us not having jobs, as if you actually have one. Okay? When I come back, I'm going to have pulled up all of those records for the ones for those and also pulled up the ones that I have in my archives. You already know how I'm going to give it up. Why you would test me in that way, I have no fucking idea. Take note, Gemini, because when I get your identity, I'm going to do the same thing to you. And then I'm going to have your abuser up there on the big screen. And then the same way that I called the sissy's mother, I'm going to get your abuser on the phone and verify your fucking story. Since you think you can come around here and play in my face. No, bitch, you have no idea who I am. Okay? And you're going to be popped because you got up here and you told the bald-faced lie. What you actually told us was that you had not been on YouTube for 4 years, and you have. Okay? Nobody has any reason to lie to you about anything. Okay? Now, are you still going to stand by the story? You don't know that guy right there? You don't know DJ Jimmy Whitemouth? That, ladies and gents, is Sweet Gemini. And I'm glad for the picture because, and I actually have a better picture, and I want to post a link of where you can see that no, nothing is Photoshop. She actually does have a mustache. And let's scroll down to see. Okay? All right? So, you know Victimone, right? Because Victimone, that actually, ladies and gents, that right there, that raccoon-eyed bitch with the permanent black eyes, the human punching bag that's online abusing other women at the behest of an abuser. Well, that would be none other than Sweet Gemini, right? Again, you can, oh, thank you, Vic. Yeah, I thought her name was Carmen. Thank you, Vic. Pop, bitch. Get into it. See, I'm a villain, but I have lots of allies. And I have a lot of silent supporters. So when you hop on panels, I don't know how they do it in the beef sector, but we play by a different set of politics over here. You hop your ass on a panel, interjecting yourself into something that you have absolutely, and we're going to see what ZX can do to help you. Okay, Lazarus? Cyber Lazarus. By the end of the night, I'll have your abuser's name. I don't care about you having lines. You want to call my family members, call them. Call them. You want to dox them? They've already been doxed. They already know not to talk to any of these fucking weirdos on fucking YouTube. And to contact me immediately if anybody talks to them. So that's you, bitch. While you're up here, now, mind you, had the woman did something disrespectful, you know, when panel shit pops off. This woman didn't say anything disrespectful to this woman at all. Like I said, she was having technical difficulties with the audio in the beginning. And basically, from my perspective, they were lining her up the whole time. Just like he was attempting to bait. He knows that any other fucking time, he does not drop. You know how many times we've tried to get on his link? You know how many times Suge has tried to hit his link? He doesn't drop his link for us. So for him to all of a sudden say anybody can come up, no, we're not here. We don't work for you. You're the help. Those little bitches that you got over there, nothing is free but your mother's asshole. That's the only thing that's free. Is the pussy that Joyce has been giving up to pay the $98 that she pays for rent. That's the only thing that's free. Barely. The only thing that's free is Clyde Diva's masturbation videos. My smoke is not free. It comes with a price. I don't have it out for anybody other than the individuals that are my ops. My laser vision is on them. This is a bitch that interjected herself into something she had absolutely nothing to do with and started attacking people that this dude has attacked. She didn't know anything about the dissolution, and he's going to get popped because the text messages with him basically begging me to come over his house, you're going to get popped because I'm going to bring those text messages out. And then I'm going to premiere the live stream where you were instructed before I sent you a cease and desist to stop contacting me. Everybody in my camp knows that you were told not to contact me and you continue to fucking do it. Not only did you continue to contact me, you continue to call me. And fortunately, I'm an immaculate record keeper. Those lies that you're painting, the narratives you're spinning, when I pull out the text messages, you're going to be popped because it's going to show you for the thirsty, desperate nigga that you are. And I want to do that simultaneously as I'm pulling up my previous live stream. So if you thought popping my channels somehow did away with the evidence, well, you would be mistaken. And yet again, you've underestimated your opponent. I download every live stream at the conclusion of the live stream. Okay. Again, with the hat on. Okay. And she would have you believe that somebody somehow photoshopped her picture. Well, that's interesting because you actually are on video, right? You were on a panel. Weren't you? And wasn't Beasley on that panel? That's your picture. Uh-huh. And what type of scam is this? The murder of your mother. Why would somebody have a YouTube video entitled The Murder of Sweet Gemini Mother? Bitch, we're beginning to question. I'm beginning to question, rather. Let me stop projecting. Your whole fucking story. The whole story that you conjured up. Because like I said, you faked your death. And people believed, because Victimone actually did a live stream talking about you coming back from the dead, right? Triple Darkness seems to know who you are, right? Because this is a video where you're on camera, right? You don't know this person, and yet you would have us believe that somebody photoshopped your picture. Well, how did somebody photoshop your picture when you're on video? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm not going to play the video. As a matter of fact, let me stop sharing the screen for a second. Let me pull up the video and you all can go and watch it. I'll let you know the timestamp. Okay, bitch, I don't know where you thought you were, or maybe when you were resurrected, you came back having shit all fucked up, but I'm gonna get you together, bitch. Okay? Mods, if you could type the fair use in the chat, please, I'd appreciate it. Okay? That's Sweet Gemini. Hold on. Wait a minute. The link is in the chat for that video. Right now, I'm at the 34-minute mark. I would say start at the 34-minute mark. And she's calling people junkies and shit like that. Really, bitch? Does anybody know where she's from? Because that's actually a pretty common name. Yeah, Triple. I don't do that. I don't play other people's content. Thank you, though, babe. Unless I have written permission to play another content creator's content, I don't use their content. Because I've seen content creators come back and get in their feelings and come back and copyright strike some shit. Here's the actual and I'll get that that link for that case. Oh, the other thing that I know it was something I was forgetting. In the case that he filed against the Philadelphia police, when he said that he had $800, in part the reason why he lost the case is because when he told the police, right? Okay, he told the police that, I'll give you the link and you can read at your leisure. He told the police, thank you, Kurt Cobain. He told police, jot that down. He told police that, give me a second. He told police that he had taken $800. This is a dude that's in court, lying to the court. The dude whose dick he was sucking testified on the behalf of the fucking prosecution. And you'll see that in the paperwork that he basically testified for the prosecution. He wouldn't even vouch for you and confirm the $800. When he was asked where he got the $800 from, he said from the ATM. He produced no ATM receipts, which would have been very easy. Even if you lost the physical receipt, certainly you're able to get duplicates from your bank. Right? And when he was asked where he would get that kind of money, where, first of all, we already know. Here's the thing. He told them he collected $800 from unemployment. That's in the legal documents. So if you were running your own business, how were you collecting unemployment? So no, what you're banking on is people not thinking for themselves and using critical thinking skills. What you're accustomed to is not producing receipts and getting up here, doing a whole bunch of talking and not proving a goddamn thing. And then when somebody pulls receipts out, right? You go live and you do everything but address the receipts, and you block anybody that calls you out on the information or the inconsistencies in your fucking story. That's what you do. Why don't you open up the panel to explain about your fucking delinquent fucking bills that started long before COVID? So no, you don't have a fucking excuse. You're the typical trifling ass motherfucker. This bitch is running around talking about white men. Bitch, both of my husbands are black. The father of my children is black. None of my spouses are non-black. If they were, that would just be that. I am a promoter, or I do encourage black women to explore their options. I don't see why you have to be limited to dating only within your race, while black men elevate non-black women right in front of your fucking face. I don't see why you can't explore your fucking options and date who you want to do. Expand your dating pool. I always have been and I always will be. That's a part of the problem. They know a lot of black women don't want to date outside of the race. So they're settling for a bunch of bullshit and getting fucking crumbs from the table of fucking bums. And it's a disgusting sight. So no, you're not going to be able to get up here, paint false narratives. Like I said, if you went back and you dug up a fucking bankruptcy to fuck on me from 24 motherfucking years ago and another one from 16 years ago, if you can expect me to be accountable for that, you should be accountable for your fucking debts, sir, that are current, that are still delinquent. While you're up here titling videos about bombs. And his response to me was what? Which made me almost throw up in my mouth. You were rebuffed. Your sexual advances on more than one occasion was rebuffed. And the people that are in this sector know that I rebuffed that with actual receipts. And I'm going to do it again to make you look like the pathological lying bitch that you are. Your sexual advances were rebuffed. If you had any audio of me flirting with you, being sexually provocative with you, bitch, you would have released it. No such audio exists, bitch. Because I wasn't interested. Your sexual advances were rejected. So you can sit over there and spin whatever narrative you want to spin. When I drop the receipts, the text messages, you're going to be popped. No, what you thought was you could offer me some dick. And you thought you were going to be able to line me up like Goddess Effect said that you would do the women on your Facebook page. That you would pull off of your Facebook page. And like you did the chick Melanie, the mod that you had on your channel, that you were on the back end with Beasley bragging about fucking. But nobody knew you were fucking. But you're on the line, you're on the phone, on the back end telling a total stranger that you're fucking one of your moderators that happened to be in a fucking relationship or married. Was she in a relationship or was she married, Jazzy? You were pulling women off of your Facebook page, and then once you would get the women to your house after you would have sex with them or use them in that way, you would take and put the women's pictures and things like that on Facebook. The same thing that you do here, you were doing in your Facebook group. The same way you were disrespecting Miss Hazel, talking about how filthy and dirty and nasty that she was, because she was a hoarder. And you would come online every day and you would say disparaging things about that. Disparaging things about her. And you didn't start, again, posting those pictures of you taking her out for Chinese food and all of that kind of stuff. There's no way you can tell me that a senior citizen on her deathbed wanted nothing more than to eat Chinese food. I don't even know a lot of senior citizens that was the age of Miss Hazel when she died that even eat Chinese food. Miss me with the bullshit. Oh, that's what she wanted. No. The only thing you wanted the woman to do was to hurry up and die so that you could get her and brag about being a homeowner. But nonetheless, prior to that, you were using your fucking mother's address in the fucking projects, and every other address that you had prior to that was a fucking slum. There are no fucking records in any of the places where you ever lived, where you own any fucking land or fucking property. Knock it the fuck off. You're not going to be allowed to get up here and paint false narratives. You're going to get popped with receipts. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for coming out. I apologize. I was neglecting the chat. I apologize. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to do some receipt gathering, do a little bit of research. And I have my grandsons are with my son right now. But once I get them, I may go live again when I get them settled and stuff like that. I may go live again, but I'm going to have them for the remainder of the week and possibly next week. Okay, my daughter is doing she's working a lot. Okay, all right, y'all. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hey, Mike.